Hey guys, welcome to Dad Outdoors. I'm Daniel.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Tyler.
Taylor.
We're just going to play a quick 9 holes at our local Frisbee golf course in Brewton, Alabama. It's called Jennings Park. If you want to come and play, you're more than welcome.
I see a sky with a reindeer car, but I'm not running. I see it train moving all too fast, but I'm not leaving. And you go round and round and you cannot.
Hey guys, this is hole number 1. It's a par 3, approximately 182 yards.
We got Hodge here with the good tee off. He got it down there pretty good, so he don't think so sometimes, but he does pretty good.
Andrew's taking his first shot off the tee. This is only about his 4th round, so you have to be a little bit lenient with him. He's still learning a little bit. He's trying to perfect his forearm. If he can learn how to perfect his forearm, it's going to be a very dangerous shot. As we can see, it went a little bit to the left, landed in the trees, approximately 100 feet down the course. I think I'm going next.
You're going next.
I'll be taking my first shot off the tee. The tee is approximately right in the center. You got a little bit to the right, and it comes back left. And I think I go just past the hole. I landed about 8 or 9 feet past the hole. It was a good shot overall, though.
Yeah, it was. And I'm up next. I release, you'll see here in just a minute, I release a little bit out to the right, but usually this disc is pretty good about coming back around to your left, and it gets down there pretty quick. It's a speed 13, but I usually land in that spot.
Andrew on his second shot, he's using his putter. Like I said, he's still learning. He should have used his mid-range right there, but he landed pretty close.
Yeah, this is me. I just toss it up there and hope for the best sometimes.
Daniel on his second shot, on his putt, using his putter, almost made it. Me on my second shot for birdie, just rimmed it out.
Yeah, then we just continued rolling the camera here. So we all got pars on this hole. You see me running across the screen there to get to my shot. But it was a pretty good first hole. Usually we birdie it sometimes, but we had to get stretched out. Plus
Everybody took a safe par this round.
Yeah.
We'll take it. We'll take it for our
here we go, hole 2.
For a good round. Daniel on this. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Daniel, Coach Hodge, I call him Coach Hodge. This is hole 2. It's approximately about 300 feet, 304 feet, somewhere right in there. It's a par 3. Hodge shot it up a little bit too high, as you can see him motioning right there. Then I think Tyler Andrews up next.
It came back a little. Hodges' shot came back a little left, and it landed out in the middle of the field, but he is going to have to go around that tree. Andrew's shot's up next. He's still trying to perfect his forearm, but
yeah,
I think his shot is actually he's going to dip his shoulder, and it's going to go way right over into those double bushes to the right, you can see.
Yeah.
He's going to go way right. He's still learning on it. Later on in the round, he gets it a lot better.
Yeah, if you could hear the raw footage here, there's some funny stuff going on between us.
Here's my hole 2 tee off. I go just to the middle, to the right of that tree, and it curves back left, and it lands next to the cart path. It lands next to the sidewalk. down the fairway, right next to a light pole.
Yeah, here I am. I basically do the same thing Hodge does. I got it up in the air too much, and it just
went way left.
Yeah, way left. But I'm used to throwing right there. So
Andrew on his second shot around the bush with the lean shot.
Sorry guys for that. But Hodge is up. He approached it. There's people sitting at basket.
People sitting on the
he
bench.
didn't want to hit him. So here I am. I just do my little
Laid
thing. Yeah.
Andrew taking his third shot for par. Went for a little bend. Landed at about 5 foot from the hole basket. Me on my second shot for birdie. I think I landed pretty close, about 3 foot from the hole. Just got a little roll.
Yeah. So it's another par for.
Everybody finished par except for Andrew, and Andrew got bogey. So we're all even par, and Andrew was +1. Here's hole number 3. It's a par 3, approximately 230 yards. As a right-hander, the appropriate shot is to go up right, way right, and make it curve back left and land up next to the cement pod. Hodge took his first shot. It was up there by the cement pod, but he went into the trees. I took my first shot off the tee, and I hit the tree up there. Didn't quite get around the tree.
Yeah, so I'm up next. I do the same thing, and I got to get my release point right because I'm over there with Hodge. I released it a little bit too late.
Landed in
As
the
you can
trees.
see, I'm glad it didn't go down into the ditch because I would have had to take my shoes off and get down in the water. But that's the easiest way we find to approach it.
Luckily, Andrew has his forehand here, and he can curve it back right. He gets a really good shot here, gets good distance, and he gets a good curve back on it. He went around that tree down the center right behind the sign at the par 3 you can see, and he landed about 15 feet from the basket. So he had the best shot on the third hole.
So right here, guys, we actually skipped our shots over. It was my fault. The camera wasn't working correctly. So we missed mine, Tyler, and Hodges' second throw. So,
but we all landed pretty close.
Yeah.
And then we all took our Taylor and Daniel took their second shot and landed a little short, and then they took their third shot and missed putt. This is my third shot for par, and I made it. And
I think this would be for my bogey.
Daniel made double bogey, Taylor made bogey, and Andrew made par as well.
Yeah, so we got hole 4 right here. It's approximately about 171 feet right in there. And so
it's a par 3.
yeah,
I took my
3.
first shot and landed right over by the bench. Andrew took his first shot and curved it a little left. He decided to try the forearm this way. But he ended up opening up a little bit and curving it left.
Yeah, I'm up next. I usually like to use my mid-range. I like to go down the right side here and approach the basket that way for easy birdie, but as you see, I didn't get it quite there, and it went over to the left a little bit.
Next to the bench right where I was.
This is Hodge. He likes to do it to the left and curve it back to the right.
He was trying an anti shot that time.
My bad. Yeah, my bad.
But he hit the tree up above. This is Andrew's second shot for birdie. He's going to try his forearm again, a regular shot. And I think he tried to skip it off of the sidewalk up there, but he just hit the lip of the sidewalk and didn't quite get the skip he wanted. I think Daniel's up next. This is his second shot for birdie.
Yeah, he does pretty good. He approaches it pretty good. So he's I think he gets par on this hole.
Hits the pole.
And he does pretty good approaching sometimes, but he beats himself up a lot when
Gotta
he
give it a
don't
chance.
make it. One thing I found out is that you got to commit to them putts. If not, you won't make it. But Tyler's
This is my
up here.
second shot for birdie. I think I leave it. I go just far, right over the top of the basket. I gave it a shot, just too much of a shot.
Yeah, and I'm up next, and I screw myself over on this hole. Basically, I should have made this putt because I usually make it. I threw it a little bit too high. It landed back behind the camera, and I threw it up there, missed it again, and you'll see here in just a minute.
That was Daniel's par. This is Andrew's shot for par. He makes his par. So Daniel made par.
And
Andrew made par. This is my shot for par. I made par.
Then I'm up. Then you see I miss it. I was so done at this point with this
A little
round.
upset with that last shot.
Yeah, I was. So I ended up bogeying. Then I bogeyed.
Yep, bogeyed this
Yeah, I
one.
bogeyed this one. But you just got to keep your mind clear and keep
Can't
on.
let it get you upset.
Yeah, keep on going. But as you'll see in the next
The
round,
next hole is a par 4. It's hole number 5, approximately 290 yards. My attempt here is to go out over the water and curve back left. This is a very dangerous shot for this hole. The light pole and the bush are right in the way, but luckily I did a good shot and landed it right up on the sidewalk up there. Andrew's going to try his forehand, try to go right over the top of the bushes to the left towards those trees. I think he does a pretty good shot right here. It curves back right a little bit, I believe.
Yeah, it does, but it gets caught up in those limbs and just makes
Falls
a bad
pretty
shot
good. He's just
for
got
it.
trees in the way for his next shot.
Hodge is up here. This one was he usually does pretty good on this hole, but it just got the best of him. He threw it right into the
Yikes.
bushes, but
He's
it
a little
actually
upset.
sets him up for a good shot. I'm here, then everybody was like, "Oh, I thread the needle right there." That's
was a very good shot.
probably a good best shot for me to take on that one because I'm not comfortable throwing over the creek. But here's Hodge with his second shot. He does pretty good. The wind got up under his disc.
Opened his front shoulder a
yeah,
little bit.
and
Andrew
it
on
got
his
up
second
there.
shot. He actually takes a very bad shot on here. He was trying to get it to curve back left, but it ended up curving right and going right into the water. So Andrew had a
he had a
little
in.
swim.
Yeah, you see him running there. But while they're doing that, I'm taking my second shot here. I use my mid-range to approach the basket, but it got up in the limbs, and thankfully it didn't do anything. It should have. I wish it would have got it down. But here's Hodge with his third shot approaching the basket. He does pretty good approaching it
For birdie.
for nice easy
Not bad.
for a nice easy par here.
Here's my second shot. Tried to go right up next to it, ended up giving it a little bit too much juice and went around the back of the tree. Andrew laid up from the water down there up to where he's standing right now. So we missed his third shot, but that was his fourth shot.
And
So Hodge just got par. I just
Tyler
laid up.
wins.
That was my birdie. So I'm gonna hit par on this.
Now, I'm sorry, guys. We're actually going to count this as a par because I actually stood out to the side and basically, I wouldn't say cheat, but I just approached it that way. So we're actually going to call it a par. I was going to get a birdie on
He
it.
would have laid up and still got
But,
par, but
yeah.
this is the sixth hole. It's a par 4, approximately 327 feet.
And here's my tee off. This is how I approach the shot. I throw out to the right and let it curve back to the left, get me a good approach to the basket here up to the ditch.
This is going to be my tee off on hole number 6. I actually ended up doing very badly. I got underneath it and curved left. You can see I was a little bit upset. I ended up way over to the left. You can see right there underneath that tree.
And here's Hodge. He does pretty good, but sorry for the little boy that walks across at the bottom of the screen. But here's Andrew.
Got a
his
little bit
forehand,
of a lot underneath it and dipped a little bit and curved
so-
right. This will be Andrew's second shot. He's in the wide open. Got a good shot. I think he ends up going way left,
Yeah, sorry
way
for
across
my
the bridge
camera
next to
work.
that light pole, which is where I'm going to end up on my next shot as well. I got up underneath it again for it to curve way left. You'll see it land just to the left of the bridge in the open. See it bounce right there. That's where Andrew and I are.
Here's Hodge's second shot. He if he would have threw it out a little bit to the right a little bit more, he would have had a good approach to the basket. But you see, it got up in the air and landed right there
Hit
by
that
the
tree.
tree.
Yeah.
Here I am with my second shot approaching. This is right where I wanted it. Just to get it right up there to the basket, little approach shot. So here's Andrew or Tyler next.
This will be Andrew's third shot. He'll be approaching for birdie right here. He went with his putter again. He should have went with his mid-range. He would have got a little bit more distance and been a little bit closer. But overall, it was a pretty good shot. This will be my third shot as well for birdie. I think I ended up landing right at the hole. It was a good curve. Just took a little bit of a bad bounce.
Here's Hodge, guys, with his third shot. He threw a little bit high and bounced off the basket, but
He'll save par right here.
he'll save it.
Some Hodge pars. I think Andrew pars. I parred. And I think Taylor
Then-
birdied.
Yeah, this would be my third shot, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
yes, because I had one. Yeah, two. So this is my third shot. So this is for birdie, guys. And
Good shot.
I usually like to do that, approach that hole like that, and it usually works out for me. But here's hole number 7. It's about approximately 200 and something feet, about 204 is in a par 3. I just got comfortable, and the shot you need to take is over this little pond. And I've gotten comfortable with this shot now, and you see it went straight over and kicked off that tree. And here's Tyler.
This will be my drive. Yeah, like Taylor said, the good shot you want to take is low and straight through. The basket is way through back behind that way far tree, about where I landed to the right a little bit. So you want to try to stay low. If you don't stay low, you'll end up hitting these trees and possibly going into the water. So I stayed low and went straight. Hodge took about the exact same shot I did, and he landed just short of me. So we're sitting pretty good for a birdie shot, and Andrew's shot's up next.
Yeah, and Andrew, you know,
he's a little newer.
Yeah, he's a little newer, so he can't get it over.
He wasn't quite as comfortable going straight over the pond, so he went out to the left.
Out to the left, and
if he had taken that shot straight underneath, it probably would have been good.
But here's Andrew with another approach shot. Here's mine. I'm so upset with this shot. I should have took more time to throw it.
This would be Andrew's third shot. This is actually for par right here. He missed that shot. That'll be a good save for bogey, unfortunately, but at least he was able to save for bogey.
Yeah, here's Hodge with his second shot. It's a good approach shot. As you see, he lands right up there next to the basket within a few feet, and it's going to give him a good par on this hole.
This will be my second shot. Good approach. I went for it. Didn't quite get enough power on it, but I landed for a good shot for par.
So yeah, I should have made this. That was my third shot for par, and I didn't make it. Then I'll be up for.
So Taylor was bogey. Andrew was bogey. I saved par, and Hodge saved par. You can see Jackson in the background rolling down the hill.
Yeah.
The kids.
Don't mind them. Okay, here's
hole number 8. It's a par 3, approximately 245 yards. The approximate shot you want to take is out to the right and let it curve back left so you can get around this tree that's straight down the middle. I took a good shot. I ended up landing within about 8 foot, so I have a very good eagle shot coming up next. Hodges taking his drive right here. I think he actually ends up going way left up in the air. He got a little bit too much under it, but it was a decent shot. He ended up about 30 foot from the hole, down way far left.
And Andrew's gonna be up, and he says this don't hurt him as much as a backhand, so he uses his forehand a lot, and he goes out. If he would have got through that gap, it would have been a good shot, but it still got down there, hit that tree, and rolled right down to the center. He's so lucky on this hole sometimes. But I'm up next. I used my speed 13 here, and I threw it out to the right. Yeah, way right. But it usually curves back to the left pretty good, and I'm out from the hole about 60 feet.
This will be for Hodges birdie. He's about, like I said, approximately 30 foot, maybe a little bit more. I think he ends up missing this shot, but he'll be able. No, this was for eagle. Sorry, I think he'll be able to end up saving birdie. This is Andrew's second shot. He's going to approach pretty well. Ends up about 5 foot from the hole.
Here's Hodge with his third shot. I think he makes. No, actually, my fault. This is my shot. I should have made that. That was my second shot. Then Hodge up with his third shot for birdie, and I think he makes it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
So Hodge saves birdie,
and I think everybody else is Tyler.
This will be my shot for eagle, and I made the eagle. Yeah, buddy, let's go.
Then I made I made birdie on this hole with my third shot. So
and Andrew saved par.
Here's hole 9. It's approximately 338 feet, and it's a par 4. And Tyler got a pretty good tee off on this hole.
I drove right down the middle. Ended up a little bit left, but I'll be all right for my second hole.
And here's Hodge with his tee off. He does pretty good.
Threw it a little bit high again. I think he's dipping his shoulder a little bit, but he'll get better. Andrew's tee off. I think he just tries to play safe with his forearm and landed just past that tree.
Yeah, and you see it set him up pretty good.
He's still got to get used to his crow up to get a little bit more power on it.
I'm up, and I just try to sling it out there, man. I usually approach it to this little sapling tree over here and get it to the middle.
Andrew's second shot, he went with his forearm. This was a great shot. He actually threw it out to the left around that bush, and it actually curved back right around the tree to end up being about 30 foot from the hole.
Here's my shot. I should have threw it out a little bit more to the right, get up there to the hole, but I'm about 20 feet to the basket.
This will be my second shot. I actually tried to go way up right, but I didn't quite get enough power on it. So I ended up right next to the big oak tree, or pecan tree, excuse me. And so I'm about 20 feet out.
Here's Hodge with his second shot approach to the basket. He done the same thing as me, and it just
We're all ended up left of the hole. This will be
Yeah.
Andrew's third shot to save birdie, and he just is too short. And I think Hodge.
Yeah,
no, I took my shot next.
Yeah, you are.
This will be my shot for birdie as well, and I think I missed this a good bit. I go way on past it. Checking the wind just to see which way it's blowing. It was blowing right to left for me,
Yeah, we had a storm coming in.
and ended up going way past it for a very difficult par shot next.
Yeah, here's Hodge with his third shot for birdie. But I think he throws it a little bit high, and
just
he misses
past it.
it. So, and you see, we're a little bit upset, and we're done with today. And I missed. That's my third shot, and I missed it for birdie. And
I think I end up missing this next shot as well, so I don't even save par. I think I bogeyed this hole. Unfortunately, you'll see in just a second.
Whose disc is that by the basket?
That's Andrew's.
Andrews. Okay.
Yes.
So we know Andrews.
Yep,
Yeah.
there's my par miss, and there's Daniel's par miss. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. We had a long day of Frisbee golf today. I finished at 1 under. Daniel finished at 1 over. Taylor finished at 2 over, and Andrew also finished at 2 over, which is pretty good for him.
Yeah, it was because he hasn't played in a while. But if you would like to follow us on our personal Instagram accounts, mine is official.taylor.reagan.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Tyler M. Sawyer. And also, if you're interested, please click the subscribe button down below. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a great day.